On this vote, the yeas are 61, the nays are 38. 3/5 of the Senate duly chosen and sworn have been voted in the affirmative. This motion is agreed to.
The bill we just passed keeps hundreds of thousands of teachers, firefighters, policemen, and other civil employees from being fired or laid off. These jobs aren't important just because we want to keep our unemployment from rising. These are important because these jobs mean so much to our economy, our society, our safety, and our future.
I was getting calls from the governor, from school superintendents, from teachers, from others that if we weren't able to act, if we weren't able to put together 60 votes, if we weren't able to get 1 or 2 Republicans to help us, that thousands of teachers would be laid off.
This legislation makes a difference. Real people and real jobs, real paychecks, communities that have been struggling, states that have been struggling.
As a former school superintendent, I can tell you that all over the country right now, there are people breathing a very, very big sigh of relief, because all they want to do, whether they're teachers or principals or superintendents, is serve our kids in the worst recession since the Great Depression. And I think what this bill is a reminder of is that even when we are going through these incredibly trying times, that it's our obligation as a generation to make sure that we provide more opportunity, not less, to our kids and our grandkids.
In my state, 13,500 teachers are saved, and all the children that depend on them, and all the other services that Harry Reid spoke about, the police, the firefighters, those jobs will be saved nationwide today. With this passage of this bill, we saved 250,000 jobs.
When our children start a new school year this fall, their classrooms will be less crowded. There will be a teacher at each blackboard. That's really what today's vote promises. When a crime is committed or a fire breaks out in one of our neighborhoods, or a police officer or firefighter is called upon to help, they will be there to help. That's what this vote is all about. And every last cent of it is paid for, so this bill saves jobs, saves money.
And yet and still, we could only get 2 Republicans. And I think it just says something to me, which is, you know, for most of our friends on the other side of the aisle, their interest seems to be more about politics than helping get this economy back on track and creating and saving jobs.
More than 95% of Senate Republicans turned their backs on some of the most selfless and bravest Americans. I really don't envy them having to go home and explain what they just didn't do.